I was adopted when I was 3 years old. Last night, my real mom called me and told me my parents aren't who I think they are. For my whole life, I always knew I was adopted. My parents told me when I was little, and they never tried to hide it. They told me I was chosen, that I was wanted, that being adopted didn't make me any less theirs. And for years, I believed them. They raised me, loved me, gave me a good life. Adoption was just a word, not a story. Until the house phone rang last night. We almost never get calls on it anymore, especially not after midnight. I answered in the kitchen, expecting a wrong number, but the voice on the other end spoke my name, not the one I go by now, my birth name. My stomach dropped. "I'm your mother," the woman whispered. "Your real mother." I almost hung up, but then she said things no stranger could know. The scar on my chin from when I fell off a swing at 3 years old. The lullaby I used to hum when I was scared. The childhood nickname scribbled on the back of an old Polaroid in a photo album. And then she told me, "They lied to you. Those people aren't who you think they are. They took you from me. I've been looking for you ever since." The calls came again the next night and the night after that. Always on the house phone. Always when my parents were asleep. She told me more, feeding me little truths wrapped in poison. My parents weren't safe. They were hiding things. They would never let me see the truth. I wanted to dismiss it, but once doubt gets in, it spreads. I started noticing things. The way my parents locked their bedroom door at night. The whispers I overheard through the walls. The way they never showed me my adoption papers, no matter how many times I asked. Suddenly, everything felt staged. Their smiles, their hugs, even the way they said, "I love you." And every time the phone rang in the middle of the night, I answered. She told me she could prove everything. All I had to do was come to her. "They can't protect you anymore," she said. "Let me hold you again. Let me show you who you really are." Last night, I gave in. I waited until my parents were asleep. At 2 a.m., the phone rang. She gave me an address on the edge of town, and I slipped out the back door. When I saw her, older now, her hair streaked with gray, she burst into tears. She hugged me so tight I couldn't breathe, kissed my forehead, whispered, "I finally found you." For the first time in weeks, I felt safe. She drove me to a small, crumbling house outside town. The paint was peeling, the windows boarded up, but I followed her inside. She sat me at the kitchen table, made me tea, stroked my hair. "You're home now," she said. "No one will ever take you away from me again." The tea was bitter. My head swam. My eyelids grew heavy. The last thing I heard before blacking out was her whisper, "Rest, sweetheart. You're mine again." When I woke up, I was in a basement. The air was damp, sour with mildew. A single bulb flickered overhead. The stairs led to a locked door. I pounded on the walls until my fists bled. I screamed until my throat was raw. No one came. Then I heard footsteps creak down the stairs. She appeared in the doorway, smiling like this was all perfectly normal. She crouched in front of me, brushed my hair from my face, and whispered, "They stole you from me. They thought they could take you, keep you from me, erase me, but I found you, and now no one will ever separate us again. This is the only way to be sure." She kissed my forehead and walked back upstairs, humming that same lullaby. The door locked behind her, and that was when I understood. My parents hadn't lied. They had saved me. They had taken me away from her because she was dangerous, because she was unfit, because she was exactly the monster they said she was. But I hadn't believed them. I believed her. I let her whisper poison into my ear until I turned against the only people who ever loved me. And now I'll vanish down here, locked in her basement, hidden from the world, with nothing but her humming above me. I thought I was escaping lies, but all I did was fall for hers.